If we were to test our game at this point, up at the top we would see score 0, lives 3. But as we played, even if we got rid of bricks or lost lives, we wouldn't see those numbers change. And that's because while we've initialized the variables in the create event and displayed the variables with the draw GUI event, we haven't written any code that actually updates those variables. Now I'm going to split this up into two different sections. In the first section, we're going to take a look at collision events and how we can update variables through the collision event of the ball hitting the brick. In the next video, we're going to talk about game logic and how in the step event, we can continuously check for different conditions, and when those conditions are true, go and execute code. So to get started with our conversation on collisions, we are going to go into the objects folder and switch over to our OBJ ball. Now that we're here, we can see in the events that we have a collision event with OBJ brick. If we scroll over to look at this code, we can see that currently there are 4 different things that will happen when the ball collides with the brick. The first thing that happens is we reverse the vertical speed to bounce off the brick. So if the ball is moving up and hits the bottom of the brick, it will then reverse and start heading down. Next, we tell the other instance, the brick, because we're currently in OBJ ball, that it needs to destroy itself. And we use a new function called instance_destroy, and in parentheses, we type the word other, so that the brick is what's destroyed, not the ball. We would call that the self. Our third thing that happens, and this is where a variable comes in, we add 1 point to the score. So here, because our variable was in the create event for OBJ game, we're going to tell the code, go to OBJ game, and then a period, go to the variable called scored, and then here, before the semicolon, we tell it what to do to that variable. We're going to write plus plus because that's a shorthand way to write add 1. So when we collide with the brick, we're going to add 1 to the variable called scored that was initialized in OBJ game. The last thing we're going to do is audio play sound function. We have a sound called SFX break. It's going to play at a volume of 1, and it is not going to repeat, which is what that false stands for. So here, collision event, we've got 4 different things that happen, and the most important one for us is that we update that score. So now when we run the game, up in the top left, that score would actually change as we break bricks and progress through the game.